I have £3,173 in my investment portfolio. This is what I was paid in September. Welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Laura, and on this channel I am talking about leveling up my finances and following the realistic journey of making multiple streams of income just to build my wealth for the future. My portfolio is quite small, although it has just gone into the £3,000 mark, which is really good. I'm really excited about that. I didn't really think that I would get here, to be honest. Like, I thought it would just be like a fad, another fad that I did. Maybe I'll do a video on those different fads and the different jobs and ways I've made money before, because some of them are really questionable. There's a few pyramid schemes in there, so yeah, that's the kind of life that I led before I was actually making money on the side. I think everyone tries things and fails them when they're trying to do stuff like this. So yeah, my portfolio is quite small in comparison to those that you will see on YouTube. I find those other videos really inspiring. I do watch them. I'm not slagging them off. I enjoy watching them. But for me, when I went from watching those big videos to then starting investing myself, I realised how far out of reach they felt for me at that time. So I just wanted to bridge that gap and show people that the journey can start small and it'll like snowball over time. Like, you hear of the dividend snowball and stuff like that. So I just wanted to record that progress. I mean, you can go back over a year now. I've been making these videos so you can watch as it's progressed, which I like. I like documenting that journey, and hopefully it inspires others to do the same. If you would like to use Freetrade, that's the platform that I invest on. I will leave a link in the description. If you sign up, we both get free shares. Quite a lot of you did sign up in September, which was amazing. I think it was the most free shares I'd get in any given month. I think I got 8. Let's just check. 8 free shares, in these totaled £156.69. I'll put them on the screen now. Let me know if you've heard of any of these. I think Admiral's in there, which is probably one that I would keep, actually, like off the top of my head. The other ones I do need to investigate. The thing is, with free trading these free shares, you can't just get them and sell them straight away. You've got to kind of keep them for, I think it's 180 days. So as those 180 days are rolling around, I will be deciding whether I'm keeping them or selling them. If I'm keeping them, I'll move them over to my ISA. If I'm selling them, I'll just sell them and buy something that I'm already buying into within my ISA. Anyway, I will leave the link if you are interested, and let's get into this month's dividends. Starting with my general investment account. So in here I have £1,203. I had managed to dwindle this down, but this is where the free shares go. So there's £150 being added to that this month. I'm not complaining about it, but that's why I feel like I keep saying I'm getting rid of my GIA and then the number keeps going up, but it's just because of the free shares. Any money I'm putting in, I'm now putting in my ISA. So there's £1,203 in my general investment account. On the 3rd of September, I was paid by Warner Music. This was 11p. Now, Warner Music is, I'm going to put it up on screen. It's got as the note just Ed Sheeran. Warner Music isn't just Ed Sheeran. This was a free share that I got. I've never paid any money into this. The dividend yield is 2.34%. I was paid 11p. This stock is down by £1.93 since I received it. Its current value is £24.16. On the 5th of September, I was paid by Tritax Big Box. They paid me 30p. So Tritax Big Box is a stock that I've had for a long time. It was one of the first ones that I bought. I probably saw a video of someone else investing in it at the time. My current value of those are £28.60. And since I started investing, I have lost £7.23 on this stock. So that's down by 20.18%. Johnson & Johnson paid me on the 9th of September. This was 26p. Johnson & Johnson, big American brand. You've probably used a lot of products that they own. There's a lot of stuff in there. I wonder if it tells you what some of them are. Neutrogena, Benadryl, there's loads of stuff. Johnson & Johnson was one of the first ones that I bought again. I'm trying not to buy as many American stocks at the moment. I think I probably will keep a few, and I do have the S&P 500. So I'm just trying not to have loads of fractional shares in American companies when I already have that through the S&P 500. So I don't know whether I'll keep this one or not. I've kept it for now. My current value in this stock is £45.76. This is up by £2.74, which is 6.38%. The dividend yield is 2.72%. On the 15th of September, I was paid by Realty Income. This is a monthly paying dividend stock. That's kind of what brought me into wanting to invest into Realty. Again, this is my general investment account. This is some of the stocks that I started investing in really early on when I was learning. So please don't just look at this and copy off it. That being said, I do think that I would keep Realty once I move them over, but it's currently at a loss, so I'm not going to move it over and lose money on it if I know that I'm going to keep it in the long run. In Realty, my current value is £89.25 and it is down by £8.57, which is 8.76%. I was paid by Pearson on the 15th of September also. This was 7 pence. Pearson is one of the free shares that I have received from you guys signing up via that link. As far as I know, I'm sure that they sell books that I used to use at school. I'm sure they do something to do with books and exams. Let me just double check. Oh, tests and textbooks, literally just what I've said, but in a better way. So my current value of this stock is £10.77. I've got one share of it. It was free. I've not bought it. Currently down by 1.22% since I was given it in June, which is a loss of 13 pence. McDonald's paid me 17 pence on the 16th of September. That's my sister's birthday. Again, McDonald's was one of those first fractional American shares that I bought at the time. Thing is, with Freetrade, you can buy fractional American shares, and I think the minimum you can put in is £2. So being able to buy a big company for £2 at the time was really like something that I wanted to do. It was really exciting to me, all these big brands that I could buy for like cheap when the share price isn't obviously £2. You're just buying a fraction of one share. My current value of McDonald's is £36.08. This is up by 4.05% since I started investing, which is £1.40. The 26th of September, Kraft Heinz paid me 31 pence. I currently have £22.94 in Kraft Heinz. This is currently at a loss of 33.98%, which is £11.80. I haven't bought into this stock for a while. With it being in my general investment account, I know I'm going to be moving out of it. Last time I bought a share was actually September 2024, so it's been a while since I've bought anything in that, but it's still consistently paying that dividend until I sell it. But again, not selling those ones at a loss because I've bought it with my own money. On the 26th of September, SLR Investment paid me 26 pence. This is also a free share. My current value in that is £10.73, down by 22.05%, which is a loss of £3.04. On the 30th of September, I was paid by Pepsi. They paid me 14 pence. Pepsi is another one of those that I've had for a very long time. I say a very long time, since the early days of me investing. My current value is £18.62, which is a loss of 18.04%, which is £4.10. Also on the 30th of September, and this is the last one in my general investment account, I was paid by Renewables Infrastructure. This was 11 pence. Again, this is a one that I've had for a very long time. I bought it very early on and it has not been doing quite so well. My current value in this is £4.59. It's at a loss of 39.64%, but because I haven't got loads of money in it, that only works out at £3.01. It just shows, depending on how much, that could have been a lot of loss if I'd put a large amount of money in there. So just do a little bit of research on what you're investing in. You won't get it right every time. Like, you won't. Nobody gets it right every time. But it's just something to be aware of, that you can lose money as well. I don't think that enough people talk about the loss of it. I mean, maybe someone does. I haven't seen a video saying I've lost everything in investing, but there is, like, it's up and down. Very up and down. Now we're going to move on to my ISA. So these are stocks that I've consciously bought recently that I want to keep for the long term. What you might see, hopefully, is that these are paying a higher dividend amount because these are the ones that I'm putting more money into now. These are the companies that I want to keep for the longer term. So my current value of my ISA is £1,969. So close to that £2,000 mark. Hopefully payday this month I'll be able to do it. I'll put £50 a month in, so as long as nothing catastrophic happens, it will go over that. There's a few actually. So on the 9th of September, Lloyds paid me 46 pence. Funny that I've just been like, oh, these ones are going to be loads bigger, and then the first one's Lloyds, never mind. So my total value, my current value in Lloyds is £33.72, which is up by 8.46% or £2.63. As well, this is just currently, I'm screenshotting as I'm going. This, as soon as I've screenshotted it, that price could change, but I'm just telling you what I see as we go. On the 12th of September, I was paid by Unilever. This was 78 pence. I've had Unilever for a while. It was one that I moved over into my ISA. Current value is £90.68. That's 2 shares, and it's up by 3.97% since I started investing, which is £3.46. Next was Barclays on the 16th of September. This was 9 pence. Barclays I've bought quite recently. I don't have much money in it currently. So my current value is £15.26, which is it's had a gain of £21. No, Jesus Christ. It's up by it's up by 21.32%, which is £2.68. Next was Rolls-Royce on the 18th of September. That was 58 pence. Now Rolls-Royce has quite recently started paying a dividend. I was lucky in that when I started investing in Rolls-Royce, it was just as it was about to shoot up a little bit. So I don't have loads of money in it, but compared to what I invested at the time in my general investment account, I have made a lot more than what it's going to tell you here. But then because I had to sell it out of that and then buy it in the ISA, the gain will just be from when I moved into the ISA. Hopefully that makes sense. So my current value of Rolls-Royce is £146.96, which is a gain just from moving it into my ISA of 37.54%, which is £40.11, which is mad because I haven't had it in the ISA for all that long. March I moved it over, and then I bought another share in July. BP paid on the 19th of September. This was 55 pence. BP is, I have 10 shares in BP, which is a value of £41.58. This is a gain of 4.52%, which is £1.80. EM dividends, so these are emerging markets dividend, paid 76 pence on the 24th of September. I have 3 shares in this ETF. Current value is £36.99, which is a gain of 3.21%, which is £1.15. UK dividend, so this is just an ETF made up of UK dividend paying stocks. They paid me on the 24th of September and paid £3.30. So I have 26 shares in this. My current value is £223.37, which is up by 9.67%, which is a gain of £19.70. Also on the 24th of September, I was paid by the FTSE 100. That was £1.91. This is another ETF that I am trying to get to sit like at a higher weighting of my portfolio, that and the S&P 500. And I've also got an all world one as well. But in the FTSE 100, I have 27 shares. Current value of £247, up by 7.08%, which is, I'm out of breath, which is £16.34. Finally, the final dividend of September was Legal & General. They paid £1.22. I have 22 shares of this stock. Current value £52.43. A loss currently of 2.04%, which is £1.09. If some of those screenshots were slightly out by a penny, I've forgotten to screenshot some of them, so I've just gone through and screenshotted them now. But if I've said something slightly different to what's on screen, that's why. So my total dividends for September were £11.71. This is my second month in double figures, so this feels absolutely massive. If you go back 12 months, September in 2024 was my biggest ever dividend paying month, and I hadn't hit double figures yet. That's now my third highest dividend. This month has gone in at second. First is a couple of months ago where it was like, I can't remember what it was now, £16 something. So it's exciting. I like that I keep hitting those higher numbers now, and it's not just like £2 or £4 or, you know, it's exciting to watch it grow. It is slow. I've said it before, it's really slow, but I find it exciting. Let me just put a graph on screen to show you how my dividends have grown over the years for September. So you will see it has gone in the right direction, which is really good. September 2023 with that £2.91. September 24 was my highest one that I'd ever had at that point. So that was a really good milestone. And then this year it's bigger again. Very exciting. Really, really happy about that. But what is important to note is that the money that you make from investing, as you might have noticed from before, I have started talking about whether that's a gain or a loss, if I've made money on it or lost money on it, because a few people have requested that. Hopefully I can polish it a little bit further as time goes on. Let me know if you found that information useful, if there's a different way you'd like us to talk about it. But what I would like to show you right now is both of my accounts and how they have changed over time. So if we go to my general investment account first, go by the last 3 months, that's up by £419.55. That growth includes dividends and free shares. I'm not actively putting money into this, but the dividends are in there. The free shares are going in there. If you go to the max, you can see, I'm going to screenshot this so I can show you. You can see where I've started taking money out to move over into the ISA, and then you can see where the free shares have started coming in. So my graph looks wild. So that is up by £983.68. Again, that's a mix of free shares and dividends. So it's that one is slightly skewed, I guess, but it's still money that I've made through doing this that I'm doing now. My ISA is the work in progress. The ISA is the one that I'm keeping going forward. The general investment account, it's not that I don't care about it, I do care about it, but the stocks in there I'm not particularly precious about. There are some of them that I'm waiting till they've made money to sell, so I'm not selling at a loss, but I'm fine with them kind of just sitting there. This is the one that I'm kind of a bit more attached to currently. So in my ISA over the last 3 months, it is up by £94.73. It's just jumped to £94.85. It's changing all the time. I've screenshotted it. Yeah, so 3 months it is up. I actively put money into this. I put £50 a month in. The money that it's up by is growth and dividends. If I go to max, it's up by £203.54. And I started investing, when did I move it into the ISA? 3rd of February 2025, I started moving money into here. So in less than a year, it's made me £203.49. This is more of the realistic figure. Obviously, it depends on what you invest in, but don't forget that that general investment account does have the free shares going into it. So my stocks haven't necessarily made that much money in that time. I think that is it for this month. Sorry it did take a little while longer to get this out. We did have a little trip scheduled to North Wales. The Wales coastline is absolutely gorgeous. If you haven't been, have a look into going. It was lovely. We went with the dog. Managed to just avoid Storm Amy. Just. The drive over there was terrifying. My hands were aching off clinging on the steering wheel. But yeah, it was a really good time. And it has meant that this has been slightly delayed, so I'm sorry about that. But I will see you in the next one. Bye.